What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm former Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta.
I'm tired.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day for us. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either.
So we had a party for the little one.
We got a little one turning 4.
Where does the time go?
Where does the time go?
Where does the time go as I adjust my seat?
So yeah, we had a fun little birthday today with some close family and friends and whatnot. And yeah, good times.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun times. But I do want to lead off sort of like we got a comment on the last show, about this person said like, oh, we came from this world and stayed for you, and that was very nice. But I think the thing that I take most about it, he said #Beyonders. Yeah. It's like, where was that at the beginning of the show?
Damn it.
We could, because like,
dogs in the room. Dogs in the room because one of our birthday presents happens to be very dangerous if dogs eat it.
Yeah. So and she's playing
while the little one is in the other room playing with said toy, dog is in here with us. So no tragedies happen. So
just lay down, dog.
Don't let your dogs eat kinetic sand. Is really what I'm trying to say here. We got kinetic sand for her birthday, and one of our other friends is a vet tech, and she like as soon as our daughter opened the present, our friend comes over to me and she's like, "Do not let Indy get any of that." Because it's really bad.
No trips to the dog hospital.
So yes, we do have a little rascally dog.
Rascally is definitely a word that really describes her. Yeah.
If she Rascal would have been a good name for her, kind of maybe, because she definitely is. Talking about you, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why she's in here and just chilling with us. And chilling, I use that term very loosely. She's not chilling right now. But yeah. Long day, good day. Yeah. You know what? # my heart is so full. Good times with friends and family and whatnot. So always a good time. It's always such a battery recharger.
Yeah, when you see a bunch of people.
And like I feel like
these last couple of years.
I feel like the pandemic really took a toll. Our social lives really took a big hit from the pandemic because like quarantine. And then I feel like we all have to like learn how to transition our way out of the pandemic and realize that we don't need to be quarantined anymore, and it's okay to hang out with people. So like I think we got so used to being like, well, can't see anybody ever again, right?
We got used to seeing friends through like a computer screen like that, or two for like the vet tech. They just moved back to Florida. I was like, it's weird seeing you
in person. In IRL and not on my computer screen. But yeah, I have to like remind myself like, no, it's okay to see friends. We should text them and go hang out with them. Like we don't have to be in quarantine anymore. But still stay safe because it's still, a animal house out there, so wash your hands and wear your mask.
Especially if you're traveling.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. So we got like 2 matches this week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's no Star Wars match.
No, there's a Star Wars match next week.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. This week.
This week, yes.
Always do that. This week on Wednesday, there's a Star Wars match. We can talk about that later. Anyways, leading into this Titans, we have an opening scene. We have Kate Mulligan, Dan Murrell, Robert Parker. They're talking about the Barbarian, and Dan's all like, yo, he's a joke. And right now, there's no mercy. It's strict dominance. It's a dominance league.
You got to dominate.
So, yeah, they're just pepping him up. Pep talk, go out there, myrtleize him. Murderize him.
Myrtleize him.
Myrtleize him. I like that. Like what you did there. Man, all these hashtags that could have been
things like...
Could have been, should have been, maybe would have been.
I could have done this at the beginning of every one of my matches. I did it before my last match. I said, "Let's go hunt." And so you ready to go? I'm like, "Oh, let's go hunt." Like, why wasn't I doing that from the beginning?
Unreal.
Like, because everybody gets their own little catch for this Paul Oyama. I think my favorite is Paul Oyama. The set your clocks. I think that's my favorite. But like, dumb.
Man. Unbelievable. I thought you did say that earlier on. No?
Yep.
How embarrassing for you.
Yeah, no, I did it once. And I'm only going to do it one more time for 2 times total. I went one more time.
One more time. One more time? Man.
Yeah, one more time for me.
It's so weird to think about. So you better make it count, I guess.
Yeah, I better make it count now.
Better come out there. Just get a bow and arrow. What is it? Let's go hunt. Yeah, man.
Have a blaster on set. I don't think we have.
Well,
maybe
you do have one.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
What's going on?
God, that'd be ridiculous.
I'm surprised we didn't get stopped with that thing in our luggage going out to Celebration because it looks good from a distance.
Too. From a distance.
Yeah. The second you pick it up, it's like, oh yeah, toy blaster. Not even a toy, but it's like a 3D printed model.
What you do have to think about, though, on a serious note, is the fact that your next match is locked down. You got to think about the fact that you want to maybe do an entrance if possible.
Yes, I do want to do one.
Who better to talk to about that than a Mr. William J. Bibiani? I don't know if that's his middle initial, but it felt natural.
I can go crazy. I want to go crazy because he has this one. He actually sent me one of his ideas. I'm like, I like that idea. It's gonna take a lot of work.
I think you told me, but you got to remind me after this.
It's like I could scale it down a bit to maybe fit the time, not the timeline, but like the amount of work it'll put into it. So just to scale it down a bit. It does involve a lightsaber, though.
Well,
maybe we'll have to run it by upper management, see if they'll be down. Because I'll do all the effects myself.
Ooh,
you know I'm good for it.
Ooh,
so
okay, all right. Well, you'll have to plan that out and whatever.
We'll see.
All right. The next scene, we got Rachel Silvestrini and Moose Haas. And they're talking about how Rachel's saying she wants revenge because she and Whitney played in a singles match. Whitney beat her. And they're like, you know what? Let's play him again. I want to play him again. Let's challenge him to a thing and whatever. I know I saw them around here. Oh, wow, there they are.
Oh, you just happen to be here.
Literally ran right into him. Bam, So they run into Ty Lieberman and Whitney Seibold and Flaus. And they challenge him to a teams match right there, right then and there. They're like, let's be the undercard for the other thing. And we'll play you right now, dummies. And they were like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So heading right into it, our undercard, we got a teams match. We have the ruling class, which is of course. Whitney the Beauty Seibold and Ty the Tyrant, Ty Lieberman. And I don't remember exactly who came out in the entrance, but I know that Flaus was there, but also Alex Marzonia.
Follow on TikTok. It's got great stuff.
So that was fun. And they're going up against the next chapter, which is, of course, Rachel the Switchblade Silvestrini and Moose Haas. At the very beginning of the match, the top of the match, before anything even happened, Haas was all like, yo, I got a double IPA here.
Oh, yeah, this whole...
And Ty was like, well, I got a white Zinfandel. And...
you think he'll let me bring Truly onto the set?
That's a great question because I have a very specific reason why that's a great question. And we'll see if it comes into play at some point soon. And yeah, we'll leave that at that. Yeah. I'm curious if that's allowed. I don't think so, technically, but you can't tell me that they weren't actually drinking these things. Yeah. I highly doubt that double IPA was like apple juice or something. And that white Zinfandel was like pink lemonade. I'm pretty sure that was
lemonade.
So dumb.
Sorry.
But yeah, so they were like, hey, you want to try mine? I'll try yours and whatever. And we'll do a little switcheroo, a little share my Fig Newtons with you kind of thing. So Haas gives some of his IPA to Ty. Ty gives some of his white Zin to Haas. And they both take a little swiggeroony and they're both like, oh, and they just start heaving and whatever. And they're like, you know what? I'll just stick with my thing right here.
I do not do IPAs.
I
don't do beer in general.
You know what was good times is that I do miss going to, I just don't think there's one in the area. Maybe there's still that one that we went to closer to campus, but I don't know. We haven't been near campus in a long time. Yeah. But like it was fun going to like World of Beer.
I think
and like having beer flights where I don't have to drink a whole beer, but I can like taste it. That might be
still around somewhere, if not near campus. Yeah. Ooh, pop. Not near campus, but near. I guess now there's another one.
There's one by your parents' house.
No, that got closed down.
Pandemic?
No, I just didn't do well. That was a terrible location for it.
Oh, all right.
It would have been better if they would, because it was like 30 minutes from USF, not UCF, but
that's where you want to be.
Yeah, you want to be closer to that type of, or just closer to like the stadium, like Raymond James. That would have been a great location for it. But that's slim pickings out in downtown Tampa.
But yeah, no, you say IPA to me and I'm like, I know IPA is pretty polarizing. And people either you love it or you hate it kind of thing.
I don't do it.
I don't know. I don't have a very discerning tongue when it comes to beer. I'm like, they all taste like piss with bubbles. But I don't.
We just lost half our audience. Bye, guys.
Some of them just taste like different piss with bubbles, you know? But I don't know. If you put like a blind taste test in front of me, forgetting brands, and you were just like, this is an IPA. This is a blonde ale. This is
I won't.
A wheat ale. I would be like, I don't know. They all kind of taste the same to me.
Yeah, there's every once in a while. It's like, oh yeah, but usually when like a blueberry flavored this or something.
If I'm gonna drink beer, it's probably going to be one of those crafty ones that have flavors to it, or Stella if I'm feeling fancy.
Stella's the one that I would.
Because that just feels like a very champagne-y beer.
Yeah. Because like I remember telling you that after party that you didn't go to at Celebration with all my TikTok friends, and like I was looking, I'm like the address, I'm like, ooh, who is that?
Our friend Christopher.
But like I was looking up this place and the address, like, oh no. Ooh, same text.
Well, it's a group text and we both got it. We're both equally popular this time.
But I was like, oh no, it's like an ale house. It does craft beers. I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to drink any of this because I don't really do beers.
It's not your thing.
Thankfully, they had a seltzer that I was able to drink.
Yeah.
So me and a couple other friends were on the same line. We're like, yeah, we don't drink beer. And I was like, luckily I'd gotten to drink first. And then she was like, oh, what are you drinking? I'm like, I don't drink beer. Not beer, but this is what I'm drinking. And she's like, oh, okay.
A word?
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Like,
yeah, beer's not really my thing. I will drink beer if it's like, hey guys, we got a flip cup game going. We got a beer pong game going. And I'm like, all right,
so filling
I'll choke it down, I guess. But other than that,
I'll stick to what I like.
I also feel like if I was drinking straight beer, trying to get a buzz or something, do you know how many it would take?
It takes a lot.
And that's just filling yourself up with carbonation.
That's why I just
go to the bathroom.
That's another reason
seconds.
I can't, because like the it's just very
I don't
filling.
see how it's possible to get drunk on beer alone unless you are funneling it into your mouth or straight into that butt or something. I don't see how you can get drunk off of beer alone. I don't see even those. Because that's basically a beer that just tastes a little bit better.
Yeah.
Those shot of vodka.
Yeah.
All day.
That's the secret.
That's the secret, but also not too many because you won't remember.
I told like I said, like when we got that whatever it was at that one bar, I told people about it, like, yeah, because it's like, oh, I usually drink Truly. It's like, oh, me too. It's like, put a shot of vodka in it, get you going. And they're like, wow, okay. It's like, they're looking at me like, you do that?
What, are they like 20 years old? They just started drinking or something?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Well, they're on the later side of the 20s, but no. But I was like, yeah, put a shot of vodka in that, and then it's a party. They're like, okay.
Welcome to your 30s, kids.
They're not 30 yet. One of them's got a year to go.
Well, experiment now before your body figures out what a hangover is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so upset that those days arrived when they did. Anyways, that's a good conversation for another time, another show, another rad show. So, round one. Whitney, Moose, and Rachel all missed a question about Drive. Apparently, Oscar Isaac was in that movie.
I can't remember that movie.
We watched that movie. Another good conversation for another podcast. But like we watched that movie for a very specific reason. I remember not being impressed.
Yeah.
I was like, this movie's boring.
I remember you said, man, it should have been called Stare.
I don't remember anything about that movie other than it was like
it spoke to the
dramatic
film,
staring.
It spoke to the filmmaker because like there's so many like, you know, cinematically and like all that stuff. It's like, oh, that's great, but like, oh my god, they're not like what?
I thought it was called Drive.
Yeah.
What are we looking at each other for? Damn.
I got to revisit it again because I remember just almost falling asleep.
Well, now that I know Oscar Isaac's in it, maybe I'll revisit it too. Maybe it'll be a little bit more interesting now.
Well, it has what's his name, Gosling, too. He's the antagonist.
I'll take Oscar Isaac any day over Gosling.
Ooh, yeah.
That is not even tea, as kids call it. That's not even. That's just fact. You give me one door with Gosling behind it, one door with Isaac behind it. Oh my god,
Henry Cavill.
I would absolutely. I feel like I would kick down the door to get to Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I would turn that thing into lumber trying to get in there.
It'd be like, what's the say from Shining?
Oscar, love me.
Here's Nikki.
Remember when you were Poe Dameron? I do. Oh, man. Pilot this X-Wing, baby. Anyway.
We'll stop there.
Before it gets weirder. Ty missed a question about Scream, but it got challenged.
This I did like.
This was a
fantastic challenge.
fantastic
Very
challenge.
strategic, not very like if you weren't paying attention type of thing. It's like, oh, well, I got it wrong.
Yeah. Very good strategic challenge. Astute
many
observation.
reasons, yeah.
And they also got very lucky because I'm surprised they let them get this one in. They were dangerously close to asking the next question.
Yeah, that's all about the timing.
I'm almost surprised that Next Chapter didn't challenge that they didn't get the challenge in on time.
Yeah.
But they were probably just playing it loose and didn't really care.
Yeah. According to the rule book, it's when the next question gets being asked, that's when your time is up for the challenge.
Dangerously close to that.
I think either started or finished or when the next question is asked. So
Probably starting the next question.
Technically when it starts being asked.
They're lucky that Andrew and Mark took their time on that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Scream, they challenged that movie in question came out in 2022, but the question said that it was a 2021 horror film.
I think the writers got confused when it was supposed to be, it was slated for a 2021 release, but then got pushed to 2022 because of the pandemic, I think.
Something like that. Pandemic, baby. So they did throw out the question because they figured it might be misleading. And so they threw out the question, gave them a new question, and all 4 competitors got it right. The reason that this was a brilliant challenge was because it's just kind of poetic that Ty was the only person that missed the Scream answer. And Ty, at that point, was the only person to have still had a perfect round going. So the fact that they challenged it, got a reversal, got that question thrown out, got that wrong answer erased, new question, everybody got it right, Ty's back on the perfect round train. So that was really,
that's what I'm saying.
Really good.
Keep your perfect round alive. Your opportunity for an extra point is still there. So I thought it was a brilliant challenge. That was
great.
Yeah, not only keep your perfect round alive, but be astute enough to be like, oh no, that's the wrong release year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great.
Yeah.
And you're taking a little bit of a chance because if your aim is to get the question thrown out, and one of the 2 people on the team got it right, what if you don't get the next question right? So it's a little bit of a gamble because you could have had the same outcome where one person gets it right, one person doesn't. You could have both of them get it wrong.
Yeah.
But luckily it worked out for them. Both got it right, and Ty maintains his perfect round.
It's the game, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. Rachel missed a question about Cate Blanchett, something about Die Hard with a Vengeance, I think. And then Moose and Rachel missed a question about Extraction. Ty got a perfect round.
You get to see that. I heard really good things about it.
You did. Hemsworth?
Yeah, Hemsworth.
I thought you did.
No, I haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. It's on my queues. But like, I think a reason I want to watch it because like they use this new technique for like digital makeup. They try because like throughout the movie, he sequentially has to get more and more blood on his face, and to make it easier during production, they decided to do it later in post.
So basically, a Snapchat filter.
Yeah, essentially. So it's something that I can do basically. So it's like it's used in Mocha because like After Effects comes with Mocha Light, but if you get Mocha Pro, you can literally track your face and then paint on it. So like what they did was they went back and like to help with continuity. So it's like if you're editing, say like the sequences, and then you switch shots or something in post, you don't have to worry about the one blood being there and not there, depending on what shot it is. So I thought it was very fascinating.
Could they use that to have made a better mustache on Henry Cavill?
They could. Well, no, because it's better to add than to take away. That's why that mustache looks terrible.
Because he had one, but they made it look.
Yeah, that was the. Oh. It's like Paramount being very like bitter. Like, no, he's in the middle of shooting. He can't shave his mustache. No. It's like it'd be easier to put a fake mustache on him than to remove an actual mustache. With there are some shots in that movie where it looks decent, but then the first shot, you remember the first shot of Justice League, right?
Sure don't.
It's like, oh, that looks terrible.
I don't remember anything about that movie other than everyone poops their pants about that mustache.
That mustache, the removal. It's like you lead off with that shot. And you set the tone for the rest of the movie. It was so bad.
A second of that movie. I'm not even sure I've seen it.
You saw it with me.
Okay.
You went opening it.
I'll take your word
with me.
Will. Ty got a perfect round, and
got so much
he
better,
got the
in my opinion.
bonus. So with that, 14-20 in favor of the ruling class at the end of round 1. Round 2, next chapter goes first. They spin away from the 2000s. They get Michael Keaton. Persistent dude, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he get spun like 25 million times in the last match?
Think so, yeah.
Somebody got him, and then they spun away from him.
Yeah.
They got him again, and the next team got him, and now we're seeing him again.
Yeah.
Damn, boy. Multiple choice twice. Missed both.
Ugh.
Both got stolen. Ruling class goes. They spin away from Middle Earth. A sound decision, probably.
Yeah, that's a rough category in singles.
They
and
get
teams.
Ramus and the Reitmans.
Right up their alley, I guess.
Who's that? Multiple choice.
What's that about?
What's that about? Multiple choice. They did miss it, and that one got stolen. A little bit of a back and forth, but
More steals on the other round than this one. So
yeah. But that multiple choice, there was a lot riding on it. Yeah,
that's right.
Had they gotten that right, it would have been a straight out knockout right there. But they did miss it, and it did get stolen, so the match continues. 21-31 in favor of the ruling class. Round 3. 2-pointer for next chapter. Directors, Rachel takes it. Who directed Russell Crowe in the films American Gangster and 2010's Robin Hood?
This is rough.
She said some Scott. She said some kind of Scott, but it was Ridley Scott.
I think she said
Tony
Scott. Yeah.
It's kind of halfway guessing there.
Yeah. Something like that.
I don't know. In any case, it wasn't Ridley Scott, and that was the answer. So she did miss it. And with that, we end at 21-30 in favor of the ruling class.
They were able
TKO.
Able to fend off the KO. Was it just bad luck?
Just prolonged it for one more question.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough miss because it's like you knew she's like, oh yeah, no. Because the second they said oh, she goes, oh, that's right.
Well, because the second she said it, you saw Moose kind of shake his head.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they said that it was like incorrect and you're a winner, she goes, oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no.
Arnar. Yeah. Did you see that TikTok I sent you?
No.
Okay.
Which one?
The one with the frozen yogurt in Australia?
The guy. Yeah, no, I saw that one.
Good. I wanted to make sure you saw that. Anyways, yeah, no, you could tell. Armega. Our love language is sitting on the same couch and sending each other TikToks wordlessly.
I'm waiting for this is basically us. And then knowing when you open it up and like then the immediate.
One thing I like to do is I like to send you a TikTok and then I fast forward like 3 or 4 seconds into it.
And then wait for me to.
I wait for you to get there and then I play it so I can watch it with you at the same time.
I'm sure other couples do this. Please chime in the comments if you do like us and like just sit on like when we have the time to just relax on the couch and roam TikTok. And it's like, oh, I bet Nikki would like that. It's mostly puppy videos. And I'll send to her.
When you got a brand, you got to stick to it, you know?
I gotta be careful because I haven't done it in a while. Accidentally sending a puppy video to a mutual.
Well, at least it's not something weird.
Yeah.
Every once in a while we send each other something weird.
Yeah.
But at least it's not
like weird, but like
just weird.
Just
I like
strange.
weird.
Yeah.
You know, that's our love language. Hey, what's your favorite idea of a date? Oh, easy. Staying in, something that probably ordering takeout that I don't have to make and then barely have to clean up. We sit on the couch, send each other TikToks for a little bit. And then we just, I don't know, play some video games or something afterward. It's a good night. Some people like, I want to go to the club.
If you see the Dimalantas at a restaurant just doing this, that's love, baby. We're sending each other TikToks at the dinner table.
Why go to the restaurant? No, thanks. I'd rather eat in my own house. I don't have to worry about spending any extra money.
Yeah.
A drink isn't going to cost me $20.
Just homebodies.
I don't know.
We make up for it with big trips.
Like it's fine. Like I'll go out to eat every so often, but hey, can you get me like a gin and tonic? Yeah, sure. That'll be $7.50. And this drink is 75% ice. Cool, thanks. I'm sure it's worth it. And I'm sure it's really good chasing gin, right?
Yeah.
Just like bottom shelf stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, this was
it's a rough match for Rachel and Haas.
Match. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely didn't go there. There was definitely more misses in the first round than they probably would have wanted.
Yeah.
2 steals. At least they were only off a multiple choice.
Yeah.
But still
the damage. But like I think that first round really was like it wasn't the best kind of because like I can't remember who said it. I think it was Clark Wolf that really like phrased it right. Like a really like rough round one can set the tone for the rest of the match.
Absolutely. We've seen that a couple times lately.
So like if you just can't seem to find your footing in the first, then it's like it's going to be really hard to make up that ground.
It's possible, but it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're in halfway through round 2 and you're already talking about like we're in KO territory.
It's gonna be a rough day,
that's gonna be a rough day at the office. It's gonna be near impossible to come back from that. You just gotta hope that the other team absolutely just blanks out on everything else.
Yeah, and that's the worst feeling. Speaking from a competitor standpoint, it's like just hoping. It's just like you don't want to play like that.
Yeah, no.
You want to be really in control, or at least keep it within like arm's reach.
Yeah,
at the very least, because like that's like, especially when you're going up against people like Cybold. It's just like, oh, this guy's just like he can have his really big days, and then he might have an off day.
Yeah,
and he seemed to be on this match.
I think he's pretty underrated.
Yeah,
if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, maybe we'll have that conversation in like in our goodbye like episode or something. Like the competitors that you really wish you would have seen win a belt. So, and Cybold's on that list.
Oh, definitely. So. But yeah, Ty and Whitney were looking good. They were looking strong. Yeah. They were looking comfortable. That challenge was brilliant.
Oh yeah, that was a great challenge.
And you know, now that we're all aware of what's going on with the Schmoedown, it just makes me so sad because I'm like,
who knows? You could see get one more match and then get him to a title shot because they're 2-0, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a chance you can run with the amount of time that's left in the season. Who knows? Get a couple months worth of matches. You might see them in a tiny little gauntlet.
Yeah.
So because there's so many question marks up in the air right now, like what happens to title shots, who's on what path. So for both of these teams, I think any team going forward at this point, it's like what does their path look like?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with the limited time we have left.
Yeah,
but
because I really enjoyed their dynamic together.
And, Cybold's, you notice he had glitter in his hair. It's like, oh yes.
I'm not 100% sure. I think he did.
Yeah.
There was just one shot where he was like in round 2. He was talking. He was turned to the side and he was talking to Ty.
Yeah.
And so like just the way the light hit him, I'm like, I think this man's covered in glitter, and I'm here for it. He's like he's like a Twilight vampire or something. Like I think they're sparkly or whatever.
Yeah, they don't disappear. They don't disintegrate in the sun. They glisten in the sun, like they shimmer because they like diamond in their skin or something. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen any of the Twilight movies? Are there a couple?
There's like 4, I think.
Why? I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any.
Shock, I know. It's also
I think we can skip that.
It's not on my list of things that I'm like, I
heard somewhere that there's this like gigantic battle that happens in like one of the last movies and like a lot of big characters die in it, and then it's like a fever dream by one of the one of the characters.
Spoilers.
They like pop out and you're like, are you kidding me? It's a dream?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I've seen clips here and there, like this one clip where it's like Kristen Stewart, whatever, Bella, and she's like talking to the one with the eyebrows and the forehead. Taylor Lautner's character. Taylor Lautner?
Oh, the werewolf?
Yeah. He's got he always looks very concerned.
He always says he doesn't have a shirt on half the time.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But like I think she was yelling at him one time and she was like, "You named our baby after the Loch Ness monster?" I'm like, is this real or is this like is this real? This was in the movie?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I've never seen it.
Like she was so mad. It was
no. I think that was a bad lip read because I think she was. I don't know. I think she was like mad that he's attracted or something to their daughter, or like I don't know what it is. Like I know she's mad about him.
Blood, probably.
Something about him doing something with it,
like putting her in danger or something,
or something like that. Something to do with her daughter.
Well, I don't know if it was a bad lip reading or not, but
that sounds.
If it's not, it's like who okayed this dialogue? Wow. Rather watch Attack of the Clones. Oh boy. Dialogue is not great in that one, you know?
But so
love has blinded you? No, it's just
anyways,
I'm so in love with you. As far as the next chapter goes, I'm not sure. I don't know, it might be hard to kind of it might be hard to find your footing after a TKO, especially given the numbered days of the Schmoedown. So we'll see if we see them again. I don't think it's out of the question that we could see the ruling class again.
I don't think it's out of the question. There are certain teams that are close to number one contender title, like they're close to the title conversation.
Yeah.
So I think they should be considered in like a small little like, hey, here, if you get one more win,
a gauntlet.
A small little gauntlet. So we'll see what happens with that. Again, a lot of questions are just like up in the air at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen to this team? Because there's a lot of teams that I was like, ooh, I like their dynamic. And I'm waiting to see more of them. It's now it's like,
will we?
Will we get to see them again? So I
hate it. I hate that question.
Yeah.
So I know how sometimes we're like, oh, it's a good match, but it's hard when it was so, especially being so close to a KO, but a fun match nonetheless.
Oh, in the post-match interview with Flaus and Jen Sturger.
Oh my God. You brought up a good point though, because Flaus was like,
Jen Sturger.
Oh, hello, Jen Sturger. I like your Instagram. Like, you have an OnlyFans? She's like, no. He goes, up here you do. And then just like walks away. I'm like, what? What? Oh, wow. HR, hello? But so you brought up a good point though, that there was like a storyline thing that never really got resolved.
Maybe this is part of it.
Wonder if this is part of it or just a little coincidental kind of thing. You brought up the thing where we saw Jen get flowers from a mystery admirer.
Yeah.
So could it be Flaus? Is this related to that? Is it not?
Yeah, because when it was happening, I was like, what is Brett doing?
I know. And you were like, do you think Jen knew about this?
Yeah, it's like, is this scripted or is this, because it's like.
You do up here. Like,
it's like, Brett.
Damn. Whoa. Okay. Wow.
You both are married.
And he just like mic dropped and left. I'm like, dude's got stones on him.
Yeah.
Like, good for him.
But now that I think about it, it's like, this sounds scripted because of the whole flower scene, like a couple of episodes. I'm like, this is probably linked to that.
And either way, whether it was or wasn't, Jen, as always, a through and through, top to bottom professional. Handled it like a champ.
She's like, ooh.
And I'm sure if it wasn't scripted, she'd probably just like one of these backstage, So I don't know. Because I did, when that flower thing happened, I'm like, what?
Okay.
Who gave this to her? Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention that I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I said ow. I forgot to mention that ruling class is representing House of Flaus. I forget that they actually have like a faction, even though
a tiny faction.
The faction is literally that team. So it's like the ruling class is the House of Flaus.
Yeah.
I like the name though, so it's a lot of fun. But you're always gonna have a good time when you got Brett in a fuzzy vest,
sunglasses,
blue jeans rolled up to the knees. I
found that to be a fun little detail. It's like we need a little bit. It's like one of those things. Just like he needs something. We like the hat. We like the glasses. We like the vest. We need stuff. Roll your pant leg up. There you go.
You got to look just a little bit more eccentric here, my man.
Yeah, a little bit more European. I need. There you go.
There you go. Roll them up higher, baby. So after that match, we had a little cut scene. We got Roxy talking to Brendan Meyer. Brendan Meyer studying some note cards, it looks like.
Oh, hello.
That's nobody. I have an app that reminds me to do things on a certain schedule.
No.
It's a habit forming app. And I think it's nice to remind yourself of things. Keep yourself on track, I dismissed them all, but I'll get to them. Roxy's talking to Brendan. She says that he's really good and wonders if the spotlight ever shines on him when he's on the Mercs. Seems like it usually is on Bibiani, Yeah, it's on Shazam a lot, but isn't it more so on Bibiani? What about you? You're really good. And she says it should be on him and that he should really, go for it, I guess, with the singles path. And so she's just like, planting little seeds.
Yeah.
They're not even little. They were pretty big.
Yeah.
But she just kind of...
And she's not...
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. She should be in the singles conversation. Cause
we just know that she probably has some...
Ulterior
motives.
Yeah, ulterior motives. Sorry.
So, she's not wrong. He is very good.
Yeah.
And he is somebody that would be nice to see holding the singles belt at some point. Hopefully soon. But... yeah, so she's like, yeah, bro, you should go for it because you're really good. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that.
Now we got the overcard. We have an IG match, a number 1 contender match.
yes.
Between Robert the Spider Parker, representing the Den, and the Barbarian, representing the Finstock Exchange.
Which is basically him at this point.
Kind of. We haven't seen Gucci in a while. He's there in spirit, I'm sure.
That's a crime. When was the last time we saw Gucci?
I literally don't remember.
I can't. Yeah, exactly.
And I hate that.
That's terrible.
I know.
One of the founding members of the Schmoedown.
Love him so much. Yeah. He's so effortlessly hilarious. I think I've said this many times before. That man, I could throw a phone book at him. And he could open it to any page and read, and I'd probably start laughing.
Read an ad that's in there. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I 100% would laugh. Him, Makuga, there's a couple people.
Him, Makuga.
You just read a phone book and I'd be like, this is comedy gold.
Kaiser.
Yes.
Ken.
He's another one. Ken, Kaiser,
Yeah.
Oh, man. Brilliant comedic minds, even when they aren't trying. So, big old
Ellis,
match,
for
though,
that
here.
matter, too.
Ellis, too, yeah. Christian, probably, too. Because he's got that, dry dad humor that is sometimes really catches you off guard.
Yeah.
And you're like, what did you just say?
I think Harloff, I watched that one clip of his last stand-up that he posted on his social. I think he has this one. I know he probably doesn't want to fall into a shtick.
Sure.
But the yelling shtick, he does really well.
Oh, yeah, he does that really
He does
good.
that really well.
Yelling is funny when done right.
When done right.
And not when overdone.
Yeah, he does it. He has a nice balance of when to bring it in and how to do it. It's that's good.
If you haven't checked out, I think the clip is posted on his channel. And if you're not subscribed to the Christian Harloff channel, now's as good a time as ever.
Yeah.
So, go on over and click the thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing with the bell.
That's the big thing.
The big red button.
The one big thing or one big thing.
Oh, big thing. The big thing.
The big thing. Sorry.
I thought you were talking about the one big thing, the subscribe button.
Yeah.
They click that one big thing.
We've fallen off on other things, so we'll
we're gonna jump back on the horse.
We're gonna jump back onto certain shows now that we'll have time to.
At some point in the not too far future, we won't have a need to study Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
So how much longer all depends on a couple things happening in the not too distant future.
Yes.
Round 1. Barbarian missed a question about the Avenger Initiative.
Oh God, that one hurt, man. Come on.
Yeah, and then he missed a question about Wedge Antilles.
That's another one that hurt.
Yeah.
Best pilot in the rebellion. Come on.
And then nice flying, Lando.
Nice flying, Lando. Put him in an X-wing. Get him out of the.
For real.
Get him out of the gunner turret.
Why is he on the turret anyway?
No, he's in an X-wing pilot outfit, and you put him in the gunner turret. What?
Yeah, he should have 100% been in an X-wing.
He should have been in an X-wing. He's like, Rogue Squadron, call in, and then or Rogue Squadron, follow me, or something like that. It's like, come on,
that poor man. It was criminally underused in the Star Wars franchise.
Come on, he will hopefully see more of him in Rogue Squadron if it ever comes out.
Looking at you,
you gotta get that rolling because Top Gun Maverick is just on fire at the box office, and
Could you imagine Wedge and Biggs on a beach. Take my breath away. Playing volleyball.
Biggs is
well, to do a flashback. Pre-Yavin. They're getting ready for Yavin.
No, Rogue Squadron happens after Yavin.
Well, then it doesn't. Well, then all right, checkmate.
Could be Wedge and Luke. Take my breath away.
They just give little volleyball bumps to each other.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then he missed a question about Linda Carter. Parker got a perfect round, and he got the bonus 7-11 in favor of Parker.
That was a rough round 1 for Barbarian.
Definitely, that's definitely out of the usual.
Missing 3 in a row.
Out of the normal.
Yeah, not normal for him.
Right. All those things meant the same thing. 7-11 in favor of Parker. Round 2, Barbarian goes first. He spins away from the worlds of DC and gets mixed bag. Might be enough to make people like, oh no, even though you don't really have a choice. I don't have any other notes, so I think he got a perfect round 2. Parker goes, he spins Star Trek.
Keeps
it real quick.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, no, we're good, and rocks him away immediately. He checks on a multiple choice one time. That's fine. Yeah. When you know that you got a pretty, comfortable
and
edge.
Yeah, and he was killing himself for checking down. It's like, I should have trusted my gut on that one because he got it right. He said he would have got it right without the check down. 17-20
in favor of Parker at the end of round 2. Round 3, 2-pointer for Barbarian. Graphic novels. You'll find the female assassin Miho, played by Devin Aoki, in what 2005 film featuring Jessica Alba?
Sin
Sin City. Got it. 3-pointer for Barbarian animated films. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, what Charles Dickens novel does Miles have to write a book report about, which inspires his graffiti art later in the film?
That's a hell of a question, man.
Yeah. Great Expectations.
Yeah, I love that movie, but it's like, what? He had read it.
When did that happen?
Yeah.
He did miss it, unfortunately. So now we got to stick with him for the 5. Spider-Man. And salt in the wound.
Yeah.
5-pointer for Barbarian, Spider-Man. What Spider-Man film features this line? I was wrong about you, Peter. This city needs you. Well, can't blame a dude when all of the Spider-Man movies are like, Spider-Man, the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, the other one, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man I'm Coming Home, Spider-Man Home. They're all like a word different from each other. You can't keep them straight.
It's the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. The Great Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's a rough one because like it's basically a who said it.
Basically.
Yeah.
So he did miss it, unfortunately. I think he just said Spider-Man.
It's the Amazing Spider-Man.
So with that, 19-20 in favor of Robert Parker with his seventh TKO,
setting a record in the division.
Yeah, Jem was like, "Hey, bro, just want to let you know, I think you just broke a record. I don't know if it was just an IG or across all divisions of the most TKOs
for IG. I think
for IG.
How many is? I think Dan Brown was like 8 or something, 8 or 9,
20 something at this point. But yeah, so setting records, taking names, kicking asses and taking names, you know. So that's what we were saying. With the last match, it was like, I wouldn't want to be going against Robert Parker.
Yeah,
right now.
he's on a roll right now. Like not missing a single question in this match. I mean, like that's those 3 misses in the first really kind of set the tone for the rest. But you know, it really came down to that first round, really, because like it set another example of like it's setting the tone. Luckily, Barbarian was able to like swing back for a perfect round 2, but then the last 2 questions, and it's like you don't really want to put yourself in that position to begin with.
It's just a great example of how everybody has a bad day at some point. If you play this game for any extended amount of time,
and in multiple divisions too,
especially multiple divisions, like if you just like play a couple matches and then dip, you might get away unscathed.
Play a season and dip.
But if you play any amount of time, you're gonna have a bad day, you know? And because we know that it's really unusual that Barbarian would miss
3 in a row,
3 in round 1, and then he would miss his 3 and his 5 all in the same match.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, because we all know that Barbarian's an incredibly knowledgeable player.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great example, unfortunately for him, that you just run into these days sometimes. Yeah, and especially in IG.
Yeah, especially against a competitor of Parker's caliber right now.
When he's on a tear.
Yeah.
You know, he's on a warpath. And right now, his eyes were on the prize the whole time. Now it's right in front of him. And now the next match is kind of like uh-oh.
Yeah, you have like
now you're gonna have Parker and Smets clashing over the belt.
Yeah,
and Parker's pissed.
2 former faction mates. The
Bad
guy
blood.
The one of them that came in blazing a trail, hit a snag and then like took the IG belt from the greatest IG player to do it twice. He took it from Kalinowski twice.
Yeah.
And in strong fashion. Well, the last one was more closer than the first time they met, but this one, it's like Parker was like a whole. We heard the story before even coming into the league. Like, oh, this guy's gonna tear it up. And
the next Kevin Smets.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that's fueling him right now. That, no, I'm my own man.
Yeah, it's like that, and also like the coming short in the tournament, and the year after that, and coming short against Chandru, and then the next time getting one point away from taking it from Kalinowski. It's like,
yeah, man, fuck you, Palpatine.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I love Palpatine, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be going against Parker.
This is going to be a big match.
This is going to be a rough one. I think
really tight match.
I mean, whenever you have 2 big names going up against each other, especially when you just add in that like sprinkling the seasoning of bad blood. Of former faction mates that have already clashed a little bit, you know, verbally at least.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a barn burner of a match, I would like to think.
Yeah, and they both seem to be on top of their game right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, because like Kalinowski gave a good effort, and like it came down to his 5-point miss or something. I can't remember, but like even Kalinowski was like, "Yeah, I'm tired." It's hard. It's hard to keep that level of competition up, and these guys seem to be putting in the effort to stay at that level.
I don't blame them man at all.
No, it's to stay at that level in any division is exhausting.
Yeah, it's grueling, and these are two dudes that just like Parker has just been on fire. Smets came back from a hiatus where I'm pretty certain that he had other things occupying his time. Probably wasn't studying the way he would have under normal conditions. And he just comes right back in like, I will take this belt right back. Thank you. Yeah. So these two guys going up against each other is going to be...
And it finally got a peek behind the curtain with Smets' study habits. Like, because you were on a study call with him for your preparation, and he gave us a little secret of what he was doing. A little nugget. I'm like, you're insane. Who does that? I'm not going to that level of
Kevin
like
Smets do.
Self-torture type of like, you did what now?
Yeah.
You wouldn't let yourself do what? Unless you did what? What? Like, it's like no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, I'm not surprised.
That's a level of extreme.
Yeah.
You want to talk about extreme studying? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard anybody do.
It's hilarious.
And I've worked with some people that go crazy with their study habits. Dog is crying.
I don't know if my microphone picked that up.
No.
Over here like,
Yeah. We're almost done, dog.
Come here, baby. You want pets? I'll give you pets. You're so beautiful.
I know what she wants.
It's just not even fair how gorgeous. My God. I feel bad for the other dogs. But yeah. I feel for Barbarian.
Yeah, it's again so close.
It's become so close again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's worse. Losing it by like the thinnest of margins.
Yeah.
Or just having a bad day.
Yeah, some people, it depends on who you talk to. So some people are like, I'd rather get knocked out than come like 1 point away. It's like, I don't know. I'd rather be like a once, like, well,
but that sucks too.
Yeah, it sucks too. It's just
in a different way.
Yeah, because like people would say like, you know, if you get knocked out, it's like, well, it's like there wasn't just like one thing I could have done to make it better, but like I don't want to be like, I don't know.
Because when you're like so close, it's kind of like a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I could have made it. I could have made that 1 point up here, or if I would have just checked down over here.
Right.
I don't know.
But yeah, I feel bad. Because again, with the days being numbered, I don't know how much more of an opportunity there's going to be, at least for the IG title.
Yeah.
If your name's not Robert Parker right now, you know, since he's advancing to the title match, we'll see what the future of whatever the outcome is with Smets Parker. Like, we'll see what the finishing path is after that.
Yeah, the finish line where it brings everybody.
Exactly, because I don't think that this Smets Parker match, this is not like the final IG match with the belt.
Yeah. I think we can at least get one more title match.
At least
we'll have this one and then
Spectacular.
I think that might happen. I think you'll have to find ways to get matches leading up to Spectacular.
Exactly. It just becomes what are you going to do and how are you going to how are you going to manifest that match?
Yeah, because you got to remember, you have Mike with his rubber match.
That's true.
So that could just be like, well, we don't have time to do all these other ones. Just put Mike in the match with whoever comes out of this one. But then again, we haven't seen Mar at all this year.
And Chandra came out the gate hot. And we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, so there are IG competitors out there that have a shorter path. So maybe you just get them together in a number one contender match and have that before Spectacular.
A little tiny gauntlet or something?
Something like that. Like one final, like have this IG title match and then another one to determine who goes to Spectacular against whoever wins it.
Yeah.
Or just don't and just have Mike go against whoever wins this title match.
Yeah.
There's the possibility, or you could just like, I don't know. I think the most likely outcome, especially with the days being numbered, I think it would be whoever comes out of this title match will face Mike at Spectacular. That's the only thing I can think of.
I'd like to imagine Mike's going to somehow in some capacity be involved.
Yeah.
In the Spectacular match, knowing that he has that rubber that he earned.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay, if we had more time, I could see us leading things up to, but I think the most likely outcome is Mike has a spot at Spectacular.
Yeah.
Whoever wins this one will go face him. So.
Yeah, but this next match, is going to be...
Yeah, it's gonna
be a sight to behold. I'm sure. You got Smets, who he wants to keep that belt.
Oh yeah, he has to defend it.
I mean, he came right back in, plucked it right back, put it right back on his shoulder where he feels it belongs, of course. And then you got Parker like almost on literal fire. who's pissed about Spectacular and pissed about, always kind of living in Smets's shadow while in the dungeon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Got something to prove. I feel like they both got something to prove here. So yeah, that's going to be one that you're going to want to tune into because it's going to be fireworks, I'm sure. But yeah, damn. I'm glad it's not me. That's all I had to say against either one of them. But after the match, in the post-match interview, no, it wasn't even in the post-match interview. After the match, there was like cameras were cut.
Yeah.
Not rolling anymore. Wink. And a Barbarian is talking to Jen, right?
Yeah.
And Parker comes up and he's like, hey guys, grabs Elvis and then just runs.
So he stole Elvis.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Because in the very opening scene, Merle gave him a suggestion like, hey, this is what you should do. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Oh, you are delightfully evil, Dan Merle. You are delightfully dangerous. And I guess that was his suggestion.
Stealing Elvis, yeah.
Stealing Elvis. So where's that going to go?
I don't know. Hold him for ransom?
I don't know. Poor dude just had a rough match.
He's pour salt in the wound, take his like,
his buddy.
His dad, yeah.
His wingman.
Because I do like how he's starting to make like sort of like a Venom situation. Like we know we can do better. It's like I like that. It's a great character like trait for Barbarian.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if we pursue this and have to somehow get it back, or what does Parker do with it? Does Parker come out in his match against Smets petting Elvis? Wouldn't that be nasty?
Yeah, that'd be diabolical.
Oh man. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then we have a post-match cut scene. Brendan Meyer. Dog.
Oh, we're almost done, dog.
Brendan Meyer runs into Christian Harloff himself outside. And Christian says that he thinks he has a number one contender match set up. We're talking about singles and whatever. And he says, yeah, Brendan, you're in the mix. You're good. You're in the mix. And Brendan's kind of like, speaking his case, trying to make his case, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Christian's like, yeah, you're in the conversation. You're in the mix. Okay, wait, I'll tell you what.
He's like, I'll play anybody. Just like, give me
I'll
a
play
win.
anybody.
Give me a win and I'll get my way in.
You'll play anybody? Winky, winky. Okay, well, I can give you a match. And if you win that match,
number one contender.
Then you'll be in a number one contender match. And the winner will play Ethan Irwin. Wait, is that right?
Yeah, that's how it works. So the winner of this next match will play Mr. Irwin
in a number one
contender match. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're good now.
We have several number one contender matches to yet be seen because we also have this potential whatever that we're gonna get to, and then also the Marisol Bateman.
Yeah, we still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, singles is looking has its shape, and we know who goes where and what puzzle pieces fit into where.
So he's like, "Oh, how's that sound to you? You good? You want to give me a thumbs up? Anybody in the league? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Okay, well, you got a match against your teammate William Bibiani. How dare you? Yeah. Another match where it's going to be like, oh no.
Yeah.
First of all, it's going to be a hell of a match. Yeah. I think we can all agree that much is true, but it's like, no.
Yeah.
They have to go against each other. What is this, the first time ever?
They played each other in that three-way against Dan Merle.
I mean, I don't really consider them to have played against each other.
I consider it because you were playing for yourself. You weren't playing for.
Technically, you're right.
Yeah.
I get it.
It felt like a handicap match, but it wasn't. They were playing against each other. So, but yes, this isn't the first time that they're truly facing off against each other. They played each other before.
1v1 mano a mano.
This is the first time 1-on-1, I believe.
So that's going to be it's going to be sad in a way because it's like I want them both to win, but I know it's not possible. But I also know that they are going to so popular, but it's both of us because it's a group chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be like the nicest, most civil match ever.
Yeah.
Because they're just going to be so complimentary of each other, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one that I can't wait to see, but I also can wait because I think it's just going to make me sad and heartbroken because I want them both to win. But yeah, it'll be a spicy one, that's for sure, because they are two absolute titans of this game. Yeah. And no pun intended, but yeah.
Yeah. And we were talking about last week, Bibiani should be in the title conversation, but Brendan should as well, rightfully
Absolutely.
so. They both have one win this season in singles.
Yep.
So both former champions.
Yep.
Just lost the belts. So
exactly.
I don't know why it's like surprising. Like why shouldn't Brendan be put in this conversation? It's like, yeah, he totally should. He's he's always been like singles division has been like always this thorn in his side. He's never been able to catch his ground in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. It just sucks that they gotta face each other to get to the number one.
I know, because you want to see. I mean, depending on who you're a fan of, like I want to see both of them. Get to that shot, that point, but I hate the fact that one of them has to take out the other to get there.
Yeah.
So, but only one person can hold that belt unless it's a team's belt. But like only one person can hold the belt at a time. So it would eventually come down to that.
Yeah.
At some point for the singles title, unfortunately. So I guess the time has just come.
Yeah,
So,
I think that this is bound to happen eventually if they wanted to be at the level they want to do and see the amount of success that both of them wanted to see.
Yeah.
Is a matter of time before they run into each other
Absolutely.
and have to play each other for a possible shot at the title.
Only one singles belt. So,
Yeah.
It's going to be good though. Grab your popcorn.
And
It's going to be a good one.
That should be this week, right?
Maybe. I don't
So
know.
yeah, I think like this week it might. I think this week might be that as the undercard.
Seems to be the formula.
Yeah, and the title match against Parker and Smets, that might be what we see this week.
Maybe.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know how many Titans we have left.
I mean, that would be a loaded episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah.
We do know that this week there's a Star Wars match
Yes.
dropping. And it's me.
You and Ace Cabrera.
Oh, my goodness. Me and Andres Ace Cabrera in a number one contender match. Oh, God.
Where's your Pepto?
Oh, boy. Winner faces this guy.
At Spectacular.
That's spectacular for that strap. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens.
I hope. Yeah. So if it goes the way that we're hoping it goes,
Oh, man.
it's like it's the possibility of that belt guaranteed to come back here.
That would be wild. It's a possibility.
Right now it's possible, but if you're able to get past him, it's a certainty that belt comes back.
Yeah.
here.
Like we said a jillion times, either outcome is cool, storyline wise.
Storyline wise, and
You're either going to get a rematch.
I'm prepared for either outcome, but
Yeah.
I know my bias to say I know which one of you I want to see at Spectacular.
Well, of course. Ace, right?
Ace, you better get past my wife.
He ain't watching this. What are you talking about? But yeah, either way, spicy rematch from the tournament final or this dummy right here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah, so that happens on the Patreon on Wednesday.
13th?
Yeah.
July 13th.
Yeah, so a couple days from now.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I'm guessing Titans will be Bibiani versus Meyer, and then the title match against Smets and Parker. That's what I'm guessing.
That'd be a loaded card.
Again, they didn't say, oh, there's still Titans episodes left. This might be the last one because they said it's going to end with a title match. Maybe. I don't know.
Time will tell.
So, and then I guess whatever matches come out later, you get one match a week. Let's this next couple. If this week is the last week of Titans, then it's like our episodes are going to be short. We're only talking about one match.
Okay. Either they'll be shorter or we'll just spitball more and whatever.
Well, we still have we also still have other Star Wars matches to call after yours.
True.
So, but that's every other week. So,
and maybe we'll if we do have more time, maybe we will go through them blow by blow.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do.
Why not?
We'll spice it up.
Why not?
So
mix it up, baby boys and girls.
we got a lot to look forward to this week with with your Star Wars match and the next Titans. If I'm right that is the card, that's a it's a wild card.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and end this episode here. Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta. Where can they find you online?
Oh boy, Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy DIMMMYYY.
Mixing it up.
Got to make it look like it's on the table.
I'm not doing that much work.
No.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA, and on TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. I'm dangerously close to 9,000. Yeah. I'm like 86, 87,000 last time I looked.
Something like that.
So get me to 9, and then we're eyeballing 10 after that. So go and follow me there. If you listen to us on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner so we do things on the YouTube.
Yes. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We will see you guys next time.